May 2019, Kenny Rogers, the country music legend, is lying in a Georgia hospital bed. His family fears the end is near. The room is heavy with silence until the door opens and in walks his lifelong friend, Dolly Parton. But she's not just there to say goodbye. She has a secret plan. Dolly has smuggled in recording equipment, determined to capture one last moment of magic. Against the hospital's wishes, she convinces Kenny to sing one final time. His voice cracks, frail but haunting, carrying words that feel like a farewell letter to the world. That hidden recording, never released to the public, became the most heartbreaking song you will never hear on the radio. And today, on Hollywood Star News, we take you deep inside the incredible, emotional, and sometimes painful journey of the gambler himself, Kenny Rogers. Stick with us, because by the end, you'll see how his legacy is not just about music, but about choices, chances, and the price of fame. Kenny Rogers was born on August 21, 1938, in Houston, Texas. His full name? Kenneth Donald Rogers. He was the fourth of 8 children in a poor family living in San Felipe Courts, a government housing project. Money was scarce. Some nights, dinner was nothing more than peanut butter on bread. But Kenny was never one to sit still. He worked cleaning floors at a hat shop for $9 a week, carried plates at the Rice Hotel, and eventually saved $60 to buy his first guitar from Sears. That guitar changed everything. By 17, Kenny became the first in his family to graduate high school. Soon after, he and his friends formed a band called The Scholars. Ironically, they weren't great students, but they had rhythm, charm, and ambition. They recorded a local hit, Poor Little Doggy, and sold 3,000 copies around Houston. The taste of success lit a fire in Kenny that never went out. By 1958, at just 19, Kenny recorded That Crazy Feeling. The song caught fire in Texas, selling 30,000 copies in 2 months and landing him a spot on American Bandstand. He appeared on national TV in a powder blue jacket, belting out his heart to America. The single didn't climb past number 51 on the charts, but that didn't matter. The camera loved him. Kenny Rogers had arrived. Behind the scenes, though, life wasn't easy. At 19, Kenny married Janice Gordon after she became pregnant with their daughter, Carol Lynn. The young couple struggled, barely affording life while Kenny chased gigs between factory shifts and diaper changes. His in-laws doubted him, often pushing job ads in front of him instead of supporting his music. Within 2 years, the marriage collapsed, and Kenny lost daily contact with his daughter, a decision that haunted him for life. He later admitted, "I chose career over my first child, and that's a debt I can never repay." But music wouldn't wait. By the mid-1960s, Kenny had joined the New Christy Minstrels, a popular folk group, and soon after, he and several members broke away to form the First Edition. That risk paid off. Their hit, Just Dropped In, became a psychedelic anthem, climbing to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1968, and even earning a spot on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. By 1969, promoters were already advertising concerts using just Kenny's name. He was becoming the star. The 1970s solidified his rise. Hits like Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town, and the band's TV show, Rollin' on the River, made Kenny a household name. But by 1975, the band broke up, and Kenny struck out as a solo artist. That's when the song Lucille hit the airwaves in 1977, and everything changed. The single sold millions, won him his first Grammy, and cemented his place in country music history. Then came the song that defined him, The Gambler. Released in 1978, the song didn't just top charts, it became a cultural phenomenon. Its wisdom-filled lyrics earned him another Grammy, inspired a string of TV movies, and forever tied his identity to the image of a wise, silver-bearded gambler. Kenny Rogers wasn't just a singer anymore, he was a legend. And just when the world thought he couldn't get bigger, Kenny teamed up with Dolly Parton. In 1983, they released Islands in the Stream, written by the Bee Gees. The duet shot to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, topping the pop, country, and adult contemporary charts all at once. The chemistry between Kenny and Dolly was electric, but their bond remained platonic, a brother-sister friendship that lasted for decades. Over 30 years, they recorded only 5 duets, but each one became iconic. Their final collaboration in 2013, You Can't Make Old Friends, was an emotional farewell that left both of them in tears during recording. Behind the fame, Kenny's personal life was complicated. He went through 5 marriages, often strained by his grueling tour schedules. But in 1997, at age 59, he married Wanda Miller, the love of his life. Together they had twin boys in 2004, and Kenny, then in his mid-60s, vowed to put family first. He cut back on tours, dedicated weekends to his sons, and created Super Saturdays, filled with McDonald's breakfasts, Chuck E. Cheese trips, and backyard games. For the first time in his life, Kenny wasn't chasing fame, he was chasing memories. But time caught up with him. Years of back problems, arthritis, and surgeries weakened him. In 2018, he canceled the final shows of his farewell tour, admitting his body could no longer keep up. In March of 2020, at the age of 81, Kenny Rogers passed away at home in Georgia, surrounded by his family. His final unreleased song, Goodbye, written by Lionel Richie, was released posthumously, bringing fans around the world to tears. In total, Kenny sold over 120 million records, won 3 Grammys, starred in multiple films, and left behind 5 children and an unforgettable legacy. He was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2013, and even into the Gaming Hall of Fame for his Vegas shows. From humble beginnings to global stardom, Kenny Rogers truly lived his life like the songs he sang, filled with choices, risks, and a gambler's spirit. And perhaps the greatest lesson he left us with is this: success can give you fame, money, and applause, but the true jackpot in life is family, love, and time. And this was Hollywood Star News, bringing you the untold stories of the biggest legends in entertainment. If you loved this journey through Kenny Rogers' life, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another story of Hollywood's brightest stars.
Ready for us to do our final.
When I met you, there was peace unsway. Hold me closer and I feel no pain. Every beat of my heart been going on. We got something going. Tender love is blind to dedication. All this love we feel needs no conversation. We ride it together.